All right, howdy, y'all. Today we're going to be going over a Sky News Australia video with Greta Thunberg, how she's switching from climate change to pro-Palestine, and Highspeed. I don't understand how all these climate activists can sit around and blame humanity for the climate change when there's been over 2,000 nuclear bombs tested since the 40s, which luckily they quit doing it. It's not allowed, but that created billions and billions of BTUs, which heated up our planet. Luckily, we're on the downfall now, but nobody ever talks about how the government's released billions and billions of massive amounts of heat whenever they were testing nuclear bombs, and all these private jets owned by all these rich people. They run around in these private jets. Like, that's a bigger contributor than hundreds of thousands of cars driving around. Each jet trip is worse than that. So we're going to get first, God Bless America, as always, and now we're going to get straight into it.
Greta Thunberg has ditched climate activism for pro-Palestine activism, hopping on the latest woke bandwagon with her posse of professional protesters. Sky News All-Stars Rita Panihi, Rowan Dean and Andrew Bolt analyse Greta's latest crusade against Israel.
Just to be clear, that's what Hitler did. He wanted to kill all the Jews. Like, I don't understand. These people turn around and call people Hitler whenever they are themselves acting like the Nazis, trying to exterminate the Jews. Like, Israel is just protecting itself. They were attacked by Hamas. Innocent women, children were slaughtered. And now they're trying to make sure this never happens again. So they're going to take out a terrorist organization called Hamas. And all these people are just so dumb, they don't even understand that they're supporting terrorism.
Climate activism is out and pro-Palestine activism is in 2024. And the
There's nothing wrong with Palestine. Hamas is the problem. They're not killing Palestinians. They're trying to kill Hamas terrorists. All these people are dumb. They need to be informed.
priestess of protesting, Greta Thunberg is leading the charge. She assembled her troops at Eurovision, where the group calls their usual brand of disruption, this time having a meltdown about the inclusion of Israel in the contest, reveals Sky News All-Star Rita Panihi.
Now to the Eurovision contest. Remember when it was just a joyful freak show of song and dance? Well, now it's just become a freak show, a hateful anti-Israeli one where one lone performer representing Israel was mercilessly bullied by the crowd who booed her, by fellow contestants, and even commie troll Greta Thunberg.
Here to show that we think it is outrageous and inexcusable for Eurovision to let Israel.
I can't believe all these people are following around a stupid kid. She's a dumb kid. That's it.
Participate while committing a genocide. Yes, it's a song contest where Israel, a country that is currently...
It's not a genocide whenever you're killing terrorists. People that want nothing better than to kill Israelis.
committing a genocide in Gaza are allowed to compete. Yeah, that is a very clear example that does say that when a country accepts in a way that, when a country behaves in a way that is unacceptable, then Eurovision excludes them. So why not Israel?
She really is a miserable little doom goblin, isn't she?
Rita Panihi doubled down on this view, mocking Thunberg for flip-flopping from a climate change expert to a Middle East expert without ever going to school.
I just love how this girl has gone from being a climate change expert with this deep understanding of science to a Middle East expert without ever going to school. Because remember, she's pretty much missed most of her schooling.
That's how they prefer it. The left prefer it if you are not educated.
Sky News All-Star Rowan Dean.
So she was homeschooled by a couple of woke idiots, and then now she's got millions of followers that are just as dumb as she is.
Agrees, saying Greta disgraced herself over the protest.
Greta Thunberg has disgraced herself and the entire climate change cult. She has got the kefir out there. She's pro-Palestine. She's anti-Israel. She's clearly hates Jews. She's out there at the Eurovision Song Contest. Have a quick look. But this is who you are supporting. Don't forget, all the school kids were told she's our hero, the great climate change visionary leader who's going to show the world how to go forward. This is who this person is. Have a close look, because if you're still enthralled to the climate change cult, this is who you're dealing with.
Here to show that we think it is outrageous and inexcusable for Eurovision to let Israel participate while committing a genocide. When a country behaves in a way that is unacceptable, then Eurovision excludes them. So why not Israel?
Great work there, fantastic.
And And Sky News All-Star Prue McSween goes even further, saying the professional activist is a bloody public nuisance.
Tonight we feature a Eurovision extravaganza, including this little communist doom goblin.
Here to show that we think it is outrageous and inexcusable for Eurovision to let Israel participate while committing a genocide.
Let's bring in Sky News contributor Prue McSween. Prue, it's stunning to see Greta so effortlessly go from science expert to Middle East expert while wagging years of school. She really is quite an impressive young woman.
She just sort of comes out of the woodwork and lays claim to know everything about everything, when in fact she's totally unemployable. She's got questionable intelligence, and she's a goblin. She's a bloody public nuisance. Absolutely.
It's not only Greta who disrupted Eurovision. She used her influence to mobilise her loyal followers to wreak havoc outside the contest as well, explains Rita Panahi.
Well, you know what? I would ignore her input, except she has such a profound influence on young people. And we see so many young people suffering from things called climate anxiety now. People are in treatment. I've spoken to psychologists on this program who are dealing with these traumatised kids who've been convinced by the likes of Greta that the world's ending and they have no future.
A bunch of young kids literally think the world is going to end because of climate change. The climate's been changing for millions and billions of years, and they literally think the world's going to end because of it. Traumatized.
And that they're experiencing all this trauma unnecessarily, so we do have to pay attention to what she's up to.
As well as leading the pack when it comes to protesting, Greta Thunberg also influences her followers to go after anyone she considers a threat, like Andrew Tinning, a former RMIT university professor.
Look, it was made against Greta Thunberg, and Greta Thunberg has an entire woke army of social justice warriors that advocate on her behalf. And my criticism of Greta Thunberg certainly didn't correspond with condoning Andrew Tate. I find him equally obnoxious. But what happened was Greta's woke army went to work. There were a number of formal complaints against me that went to the university, that went straight to the vice.
So she got this man fired. Little communist goblin that's never had a job before getting other people fired.
Chancellor. I think they saw me, they knew that I was a liability as a conservative academic, and they saw me as problematic in that sense. But as I said before, I think it was less the tweet in and of itself and more the fact that I exercised a workplace right to lodge a grievance alleging violation of the intellectual freedom policy at the university.
But Andrew Bolt highlighted a wider issue that goes beyond just Greta Thunberg. He says the activism and bullying of the Israeli competitor highlights the pervasive Jew hatred in the West.
I never thought I'd live to see these changes. We've just seen how ugly the new Jew hatred is over the last week during the Eurovision Song Festival in Malmö, Sweden. You've got to ask, what has the left become? I mean, here we had a 20-year-old singer, Eden Golan. She was Israel's contestant. And just having her, a Jew, in the contest, had hundreds and hundreds of anti-Israel protesters outside her hotel, kicking up a din, trying to intimidate her, stopping her from going outside. They include
Nazis. That's what they are. You want to act like Nazi? You should get called a Nazi. What Hitler wanted to do is exterminate the Jews.
The global warming guru Greta Thunberg, I mean, relevance deprivation there. Protesters also heckled and booed Golan as she sang.
Innocent woman.
At press conferences, other contestants, like Greece's, treated her like dirt when she was getting asked questions, pretending to sleep when she spoke. And Ireland's, the supposed witch, I mean, here goes civilization down the toilet, cried when Golan made the semi-finals.
I cried.
I didn't think demons could cry.
And when Finland's jury gave votes to Golan, its TV anchor refused to pass them on, declaring Ireland the winner instead, quite deliberately.
12 points from Finnish jury goes to Ireland.
I think we have somewhat of a technical problem.
No, you don't have a technical problem. You have a mental problem.
And she refused to correct herself. The whole thing was so menacing, so hysterical. It was like one of those 2-minute hates from 1984 that Golan couldn't even travel in Malmö, where up to a quarter of the locals are now Muslim in the Swedish country, without this massive police escort.
An example of this is the Greek competitor who put on a dramatic display when the Israeli competitor was speaking at a press conference.
The Israeli performer Eden Golan was also bullied by other contestants, including this 30-something child representing Greece, pretending to fall asleep when media asked Eden a question.
It's very happy.
How disrespectful.
How do you feel after reaching the final?
Human piece of trash.
Situation in Israel, and you know how it is.
Well, I feel so overwhelmed with emotions. It's truly such an honor to be here on stage.
And if you thought that was dramatic, check out the Irish contestant.
And among the most virulent anti-Israel performers was the non-binary witch Bambi Thug. By the way, that is not me having a go at her. That's how she describes herself.
Do you know what makes me special? I'm a queer.
You're mentally handicapped?
And I'm a witch!
Well, despite backing a boycott of the event, Bambi Thug decided to participate herself. Of course, she didn't want to pay a personal price for her activism and miss out on Eurovision. But what did she do when Israel made it to the finals?
I cried with my team.
Clearly, her parents didn't give her enough attention when she was growing up. That's why she's doing all this, just for attention.
Yes, there were tears from that lefty, but there was also demented joy. I guess that's what this is.
Oh my God, that woman is disgusting.
Yes, the Irish lass cried and laughed, and she cried some more when Israel ended up doing particularly well with the public vote. Not the jury vote for obvious reasons, but the public voted for talent, not a hateful, confused witch. And so we saw the lefty lose it again.
I don't even care anymore. The thing that makes this contestants, the community behind it, the love and the power and
Love? Look, judging by your looks, I'm pretty sure you don't even know what love is. You were never loved. That's why you're dressed up like a goblin.
the support of all of us is what is making change. And the world has spoken. The queers are coming. Non-binaries.
Just so we're clear, if everybody in the world turned queer, the humanity would cease to exist. Men and women have to get together to have children, babies. So if everybody was queer like her, there would be no humanity. Civilization would cease to exist. These people are stupid.
But there is cause for hope, with Andrew Bolt revealing that despite the activist community's relentless bullying of Israel, it doesn't reflect worldwide sentiment.
Scum. The audience watching at home actually gave her the highest popular vote of any contestant, meaning she came fifth overall. And this brave 20-year-old who wouldn't be intimidated returned to Israel as a hero. But more than that, really, what she went through would confirm to many Jews that Israel is now the only country where they can still be Jews in safety, and Israel must not fall. And I wonder how anyone on the left can now look at how the mob treated that one lone Jewish woman and feel anything but disgust at what this movement has become. Now, I hear many people of the left, excusing what we see, say, oh, no, you're wrong, Andrew, this is not Jew hatred, this is people, we're just anti-Zionists. We're anti-people who think Israel has a right to exist. We love Jews. Well, I think that's a con, a new label on the old anti-Semitism. Enjoy.
All right, that's today's video, everybody. More idiots worldwide. If you like the video, like it. If you like high-speed news, subscribe. Till the next time, y'all take care, and God bless you.